Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Anybody who's been following Two Wheel Dreamers so far will probably know that back in the summer of 2024, it's now February when you come to see this video, my bike got stolen, my GSA got stolen from Reims in France, and that's led me, since getting my new GSA, to beef everything up. Security chains, alarm disc locks. However, if I'd have had one of these things fitted to my bike at the time, maybe I would still have it. I don't know. This is the Sizzapp motorcycle tracker. Gonna stick it on, see how it works. Let's have it. So I didn't have a tracking device fitted to my old GSA, and when it got stolen in France last summer, obviously it was gone in a heartbeat, and I had no way of knowing where it might be at all. So I decided, when I get a new bike, which is this one here, and I'm liking it very much indeed, I would fit a tracking device to it. Fortuitously, timing being a good thing, Sizzapp got in touch shortly afterwards, maybe they were tracking me, I don't know, and offered me a unit if I would review it for them. So I thought, why not? Let's get it on the bike and see how it performs. So I'm going to unbox it. I have been in here before. Let's have a look and see what's inside. So here it is. There is a very simple quick start instruction leaflet. So there is a QR code that you can download the app you need to run the thing, and there's also a QR code that will give you the operating manual, which I have had a look at. It's very simple to install apparently. The device looks like this. It says to locate it horizontally. It's got a sticky pad on the back so that you can secrete it somewhere, and it's just two connections to the battery, the negative and the positive. Obviously thieves can take bikes apart super quick and remove these things, but it buys you a bit of time, I think. Okay, so I've taken the seats off, rear seat, forward seat, searching for somewhere to put the device. It needs to be mounted horizontally, it says, so I need to find somewhere that it can go. I don't want to necessarily stick it on top of there, which looks like a heat sink. So yeah, it needs to be somewhere horizontal apparently. So putting it behind a side panel probably isn't the answer. Access the battery through here. I think there are some remote terminals where I can make an easy connection, and then that should be it as far as the installation goes. It's literally just a case of connect the negative, connect the positive, and you're good to go. And then you have to go for a short ride to activate the device. So I'm hoping I can just connect to what's called the remote connections here and not have to get right into the battery. We shall soon find out. See if I can manage not to lose this Torx bolt. Okay, so what you got here on the BMW is your negative here, and then a remote positive here, so you don't have to get into the other side of the battery, which, thank you BMW, that makes life much easier. So I'm going to get it connected here and then work out where on earth I'm going to actually put the device. It'd be nice to get it completely out of sight so that any prospective thieves can't immediately see it and disconnect it and get rid of it, but I think space is a premium here, so it's a case of getting it wherever I can. So currently, at the time of doing this video, the device costs £245. There is no monthly subscription fee, there's nothing else to pay. It is a case of buying it and then fitting it and forgetting all about it. There are no batteries that need to be charged up. It runs off of the battery. Obviously, if you're leaving your bike parked up for an extended period of time with this connected, it's going to be depleting your battery, so you need a trickle charger on there, I think. Optimate or whatever, something like that. to keep it charged. The device itself, the tracker, will actually let you know how your battery condition is. There's lots of things on it, like logging your routes, your speed, all that kind of stuff. Very similar things that are on the Connected Ride app from BMW itself. Basically, I think it's a case of plug and play. You disconnect it and forget all about it. So I'm going to put this one on here. I'll pinch that up again in a bit with an open-ended spanner. And then this is the remote terminal. Nice and easy to get to. Torx bolt again, which I will use the tool that was underneath the seat to connect this to. And then as soon as I connect that, we should have a live unit, hopefully. Very handy, this remote connection. Cool, that's connected. So in theory, this is now powered up. Next, the app. So I've got the bike out of the garage and the app is definitely working and connected to the device, because it's telling me I have 2 notifications, and they were notifications of a slight movement detected. That would be when I wheeled it out of the garage, I guess. And also the battery being disconnected from the device, which was when I rerouted the cables. Now I'm going to take it for a little ride somewhere. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's actually still October as I film this. It's not going to be published till February, but it's a beautiful day. The temperatures have risen. I'm going to go and get a coffee somewhere, and then we'll have a look and see if it sees where the bike is. It registers things like my speed, my acceleration, deceleration, all that kind of stuff. Logs the ride. I can share the route, the ride with people. It's far more on here than I actually need. All I'm interested in really is it having the location of the bike at all times. So anyway, let's get out, have a ride, and we'll take it from there. Well, it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day, mid-October, 16 degrees. That was unexpected. It's been really cold and wet. And I'm heading to Ashridge Park for a coffee, just to make sure that the Sizzapp Tracker app does actually know where I am. I'm sure it will. So as I got the bike out of the garage, the app was giving me alerts to say there was movement. It also told me that I disconnected the battery at one point. That was when I was rerouting the cables. So it all seems to work pretty well. I've set a geofence around my home, like a 15-meter circle, so that it doesn't notify me every time I move the bike in my garage, something like that. But it does notify me when it leaves that circle. I think it's going to be good. So it does lots of things. You know, it will record your speed, your route. You can share your routes with people. It tells you information about the life of your battery. So it does lots of things that I don't need. All I want it to do is tell me where my bike is and if somebody's tampering with it and trying to move it. So I think it's really good value for money at £245, given that that's a one-off payment. There's no monthly subscription. You don't have to pay anything else. You just connect it to your bike and forget all about it, which in my book is a good thing. It's a lovely day to be out on the bike. It really is. Every day is a good day to be out on the bike. One thing I did notice once I started the bike up, the bike informed me that my emergency call was unavailable, and should it happen again I need to contact my local dealer. Now I'm wondering whether that's the Sizzapp interfering with some electronical system on the BMW. I don't know, we'll see what happens. That's something to monitor. So it's located tucked away under my seat, out of sight. I'm hoping it's not causing any problems. There seemed to be room under the rear seat. There wasn't under the forward seat. I've got my seat in the low setting. I certainly couldn't afford to put it in the high setting because I would be tiptoes then. So I'm going to make my way to Ashridge Park, have a coffee, check that the app has recognised where the bike is, and I'll just go through a few more bits on the app with you when I'm there. It's a good day to be out. So that's Ivano Beacon just over there, which was one of the very first videos I ever did on this channel. I didn't even own a GoPro at that point, I was using my phone. I had no idea where the channel was going to take me. I certainly didn't expect it to take me into the Sahara Desert, which it did. And I certainly didn't expect to build up the amount of subscribers that I have done. I'm so grateful to you all for subscribing. So I'm heading to the Ashridge estate, which is in Hertfordshire, I think, and it's a National Trust place. There is a nice cafe. I'm going to get myself a veggie sausage sandwich, if they do it, and a coffee, and enjoy the fact that the weather is unusually nice for mid-October. It's a Thursday afternoon. Hopefully it won't be too busy there. Beautiful colours as the leaves are turning golden and brown. Autumn is most definitely here. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I ride all year round, so I'm not thinking of it as the end of the riding season. I'm just thinking of it as the start of a colder riding season. And I also mentioned in a previous video that my plans are to get away this winter. This video is coming out in February. Probably around about the time this is coming out, I shall have headed somewhere sunny and south, hopefully on the bike for a tour. We shall see. All plans are unfolding day by day. Just coming back into Buckinghamshire now, so in and out of counties as we go. So just arriving at the Ashridge estate. So I'm going to lock the bike up. I'm going to throw the heavy duty Oxford chain around it that I've bought. I'm going to put the disc lock with the alarm on it. I know I have the BMW app keeping an eye on the bike, and now I have the Sizzapp tracker keeping an eye on the bike as well. So hopefully, if anything should happen, I'll be the first to know about it. The thing is, I'm starting to lay down some memories with this new GSA, just like the old one, which had many miles under its belt with me on it. I want this one to end up with many thousands of miles on it, and I don't want some nasty person relieving me of it. Nice old Defender. I do like a good Defender, mid-90s. So from up the top of that tower, which I was going to say won't be open today, doesn't look like it's open at all, to be honest, you can see Canary Wharf on a good day. I'll park myself up here. I don't think I'll have anywhere to lock the bike to, but I will be able to throw the lock around it anyway. So the app has recognised where I am, it's captured my route, it knows where the bike is. Happy days. Nice little picture of a GSA or GS. So I've got 2 notifications. It says attention, 2-wheel dreamer left home. Yes, I did. And then it says slight movement detected. That was as I left, I guess. So I'm going to click that I've read all, and then it won't keep telling me that I have notifications. It's telling me how many kilometers I've done. It says the guard is on. It's sharing my location in real time. It's not put the altitude in or my speed at the moment. That's possibly something I will have to look at. I don't know. It also says it's online. Now, the possible restriction with this is it relies on the 4G network. So if you've got no signal, then potentially your bike could be undetectable, or going through an area with no signal, maybe all your stats would be interrupted. I don't know. But what I do know, I think, is that with the lock around the bike, the steering lock on, the disc lock, and also the BMW app keeping an eye on it, and now the Sizzapp Tracker keeping an eye on the bike, I'm hoping that I can walk away from this bike now fairly secure in the knowledge that I should be able to come back to it and not find an empty space like I did in France. I think it's good value for money. I will point out again that I didn't pay for that unit. It got sent to me to review, and I very gratefully received it because I was going to buy a tracker anyway. Pros and cons. So I think the cons potentially are it's running off the 4G network. There's no satellites involved, so it could potentially go out of range or out of signal. It doesn't dial through to the police or anything like that, but it does alert you on your phone if the bike moves or is interfered with. Pros are as follows. You pay your £245 and then you're done. You don't have to keep paying each month. Once it's connected to your battery, you don't have to worry about your battery either. It's just there. You connect it to your bike, install it, forget all about it hopefully, and it will just continue to work for you. So I will stick a link down below should you be interested, and hopefully my bike's secure and yours will be too. So see you in the next one. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There is a veggie sausage, bap and coffee with my name on it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.